guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shawnee, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make custom washi tape for all of your digital planners, journals, scrapbooks, etc. We're going to be doing this using Procreate. As you guys can see, if you don't know what Procreate is, it is an app on the Apple App Store, and it's about $10. It's a one-time purchase, and it's definitely recommended for all of your digital planning and journaling needs, or drawing, whatever. So I'm just showing you guys right now how to use the washi tape in Goodnotes, which is my preferred digital journal. Just showing you guys how you add it as a photo. You can draw on it and you can do all sorts of things. It's great for customizable things. You can use it over pictures, like I said, for scrapbooks, which I'll show you guys with one of my journals, how I used it. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys how to create this washi tape. So first off, I'm going to start with a plain background. I think this is a 3000 by 3000 canvas, and I have it at 300 DPI so that you can get a great quality. And then I'm just going to change my pen. I think I'm going to use the monoline, and I'm going to go over here to the canvas options, and we're going to go to drawing guide and we're going to add a grid. So this is just going to help you measure out things. You don't have to do this. You can change the thickness. You can change, you know, how the opacity is, how visible it is, or whatnot. And that just helps, you know, to keep everything aligned. It's not necessary. And if you wanted to do straight tape strips, that would also work. Me personally, I didn't want to do that. I like my tape very freeform so that it looks more realistic. Okay, so now that we're back on the canvas page, I'm gonna go in, and so I'm taking my monoline pen and I'm just drawing the basic shape of washi tape. So if you've ever used washi tape, you know that when you tear it off the roll, depending on how you tear it, if you just cut it or if you just rip it, it goes at an angle. You're gonna have the little rough edges of the tape, just like a real piece of washi tape. And I just go in and tweak it a little bit, because obviously it's going to be more straight on the top edges. Unless you have like a wider piece of tape, it's going to be more straight, and just the edges are going to be kind of wonky. So then I just filled it in black, because this particular piece of tape is going to be black. So I wanted to keep a general theme for my journals. I really want to make these for my astrology and tarot journal, which I tend to keep very kind of like, I don't know, I don't want to say witchy, but very dark kind of astrology is. Like, it's very much like space themes and stuff like that. So I'm going to be using some of these glitter brushes that I have, and some of the vector image brushes that I have. You can draw these by hand. I am going to do some completely by hand. And of course, when you're using these, don't use these as, you know, to sell or anything like that when you're using other people's brushes and things, if you don't have the proper permissions. So I'm just going to take the moon, and I had my brush a little bit too big. So I'm just going to do this, and I did it again. I messed up. It took me a minute. So I'm just going to do these crescent moon designs for this particular piece of tape. I just kind of alternated between smaller pieces to bigger pieces, just changing my brush size. And I kind of use that color because this particular brush set, I think this is by, I'll leave the creator in the comments below, because I just had a complete brain fart. But the brush has a particular glow, so it looks like all the little moons are glowing, and you change that depending on the amount of pressure that you have on the pen to give it that appearance. So this is just the moon tape, and I'm going to show you guys how to make a couple more. And the fun thing about these is I'm going to leave a link down below for you guys to download these tapes. Of course, they're free to use. There's no charge to use these. Just please don't claim them as your own, and do not use them to sell products, because that is not what they're used for. And I'm just filling this in the way that I want to. You can change anything you want. You can add a blur, whatever, because this is your tape and it's your design to do whatever you want. So what you're going to do to save the tape is you're going to then make sure you click off of the background so that you have an empty background, just like a PNG. You're going to go to PNG, and then you are going to save it to wherever you would like to save it. And if you want to still use that same tape, you could just keep that same one, and you would just change the top layer. I forgot to mention, make a clipping mask so that you're only drawing in that particular area. So then we're going to make another one, and I think this time I can't remember what I decided to do for this. So again, I'm just drawing the basic shape of the tape, how I want it to be. This one I did a more curvy edge. It is a little bit wonky, but it's not, you know, nobody's really going to pay attention to that. If you wanted to make it very neat, you could always just draw 2 straight lines and then make a rectangle and then just erase the ends to make the edges more, you know, tattered, but it's not necessary. So for this particular tape, I wanted to do something a little bit more like a tarot deck that I had seen. I think this is the one that I did kind of in gold. So I took this star brush and I went over to like my palette of golds, and I'm just gonna make it, you know, look pretty cool with the gold and the black. I think gold and black, especially when it comes to tapes and stickers and stuff like that, I think it just looks really good and kind of like fancy. And I don't really like this one because of the way that I was using the brush, but it's decent. I did go in and change things a little bit and change the way that I wanted to do it because it wasn't my favorite. But you can always change the size of your brushes. You can change the amount of pressure that you use. You can change how much. You can overlap different designs. It's really super easy. It's not a big deal. And then again, we take away the background, save it as a PNG. So now I'm going to show you how I use it in my journal. So you just go over to your picture tab to insert a photo. You can change the size. You can make it bigger. You can make it longer. You can make it wider. Very cool things that you can do with these tapes. You can overlap them also. You can spin it. Like I said, it's really cool for scrapbooking and things like that, which when I show you with my astrology journal, which is what I thought it looked really good on. You can also use this to make a sticker book, which is another thing that I do with my journal, is I put all my stickers that I want to use. So anytime that I need to do a page, I can just go to that page and find all my stickers at once and add them to another one. As you can see, my other pages in there. So then I just open my astrology journal, and on my natal chart page, I'll show you how I made the design look kind of cool. So kind of have my whole business out here. So then you can just turn it, you know, to fit the page. And I just was going to position it over the edges. So it's going to give it like a tape down page feel, like a scrapbook. So now I'm just going to make some more tapes, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to give you guys the link to download these tapes, and I hope you guys enjoy.